Jude is 2.5 years old. He started, I thought he's the last of my 4 children, so I thought I'd have him home all day and really enjoy our time together. He was humming, he could hum a song, and that was it. It started to become really uncomfortable for us when we were out because people would ask him a question and then think that he was being rude or didn't have the capabilities intellectually to answer them. And even my parents were thinking, it's okay. He will have this explosion of speech and the brothers if everyone stops speaking for him. But I knew there was something so much more profound to this.
When RJ was born, we thought we were going to have a normal delivery. I had a high-risk pregnancy, and we were scheduled to be induced on that Wednesday. However, RJ had his own ideas of what he wanted to do. He got here, and he was just the cutest little wrinkled person I'd ever seen, but his face and everything was severely swollen. So we talked to the doctors, and they said, oh, it should go down, it should go down. And they came in and did the newborn hearing screening, and he failed his hearing screening. So here I am sitting in the hospital. I have a baby with a swollen face and a failed newborn screening, and they said that his jaundice levels were off the chart. There they found out that he's missing 2 nerves on the left side of his face. And because of those 2 nerves, we found out at that point he would never hear on the left. And they were still iffy about the right, but they said he would never hear on the left, definitely. And I've already had a child, and just the thought of my baby not hearing what I have to say was just too much for me. It took a lot out of me.
Hannah was born at 25 weeks and 3 days. She weighed 1 pound and 12 ounces. She spent 5 months in the NICU. It was a really long 5 months. She had a heart surgery at less than 28 weeks gestation and under 2 pounds. We did an airway surgery in October that failed, and then she was ultimately trached right before Thanksgiving in 2003. And what this meant for Hannah was that the trach was her lifeline. She had a pinhole of an opening for an airway, meaning that she could get no air up and around her vocal cords. So I was bringing home a baby that had a trach that had an artificial airway, but she couldn't speak, she couldn't cry, she couldn't really make any noise at all. And it was heartbreaking to go anywhere, to be around other children, especially other children that were Hannah's age, that were laughing and playing and talking and babbling, and we didn't get any of that.
I think the one thing that scared me the most was that he would never hear me say, I love you. I mean, I could sign it and everything, but that was the scariest thing to me. And through some of the interventions that I've learned, I know he has heard me say, I love you. And that just was like a dream come true.
To not understand your children, to not know what their fears are or what is making them happy. My son, you'd like to know what your child's favorite color is and what is your child's favorite show, what they want to do in that day. And we are maybe 2 months in at our time at St. Rita's, and he knows how to sign the word blue. So now it is by far his favorite color. So everything is blue. Blue forks, we get the blue plates. He loves the blue yogurts. And it's because he's understood. Since Jude has started at St. Rita's, the changes have been profound, is the only way to say it. He has this confidence that he didn't have before. It's almost a swagger when he runs down the hallway now. He embraces it so much, the excitement for him to be understood, and he just runs with it now.
Hannah has blossomed since she has been here. She has friends, she can communicate. Her first word was in sign to us. She was probably about 15 months old. And we were sitting in a doctor's office getting ready to get flu shots, and my husband was standing across the room with my older daughter. And she looked at me and she looked over at her dad and she signed Dad there in the doctor's office waiting room, and that was the first sign she ever made, and that was the first real opportunity we had to know that she was getting this. And she went from there, and she has done so well academically here and socially. She has friends. She has friends she can communicate with. It's just such an amazing gift to see her without a trach, and her voice is still very harsh at times, and she has trouble voicing because of some ongoing airway and lung issues. But to know that she has the ability that even when she can't voice, that she can still sign and be heard is just an amazing, amazing feeling.
I love St. Rita's, and I remember when we were coming in and I was trying to figure out, and I cried in the office because I didn't know how I was going to pay for it. And we were told, don't worry about it, we'll make a way. And I am thankful for those way makers, those people behind the scenes that write the checks, who take care of all of these babies, and they're godsend. There has to be a special place in heaven for people who look out for children, and I'm so thankful that my child is one of them that is being looked out for. So I am thankful to St. Rita's and all of its benefactors.